Question 156. What is the most unprofessional thing you have seen someone do?
Oh shit.
Yeah, well, that would be one of them, depending on where they did it.
I've seen a boss of mine get into a fist fight with a client.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it
Wow.
was pretty ugly. I was like, wow, you didn't have to hit him.
I've definitely seen a former work colleague come in blind drunk and call a boss a cunt in front of the whole workforce. Which on some levels you could almost admire, but in terms of being professional, no.
That sounds pretty good to me.
You're going to say you can admire the behaviour. That doesn't make it professional. No. Punching a baby, says Neil. That depends.
Right, actually, I've got one from when I was signing on to the old job centre a while ago.
Go on.
I went in there and asked the advisor, in quotes, so are there any jobs going in my field at the moment? And she replied to me, I don't know and I haven't got time to look.
Actually,
what the fuck are you doing here then? What is your purpose, job centre advisor?
I've got one now. I just remembered this. Going right back to when I was doing like agency work years and years ago. It was guy who was at work where I used to work and briefly. Driving a forklift, managed to crash the forklift into one of the management's cars, doing a hell of a lot of damage. Turned out he'd been tripping on shrooms whilst he was working.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Jen.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, I realised I hadn't done something that I needed to do before tomorrow. What was the question?
What is the most unprofessional thing you've seen someone do?
Oh, probably just that. But I didn't see it, you guys saw it.
Are you a professional in this context?
No, I don't think so.
Enthusiastic amateur.
What the fuck you like?
Enthusiastic amateur, yeah, that's the word.
I have a good story.
Go on.
Yeah, go on, Amanda. I can't think of one.
No, finish Jen. I'm just saying.
No, I can't think of one. Go.
So, like I said, climate science, you end up with a lot of rich people and politicians who tend to claim it's like a hoax and shit and whatever. And I have a man that I work with that does a lot of the data with me and whatever. He works a lot of papers with me. We were at a it wasn't a conference, we were just getting together, and we had brought people on to not argue with us but to ask questions. And he was like, look, motherfucker, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Climate change is not a hoax, and you can eat all the dicks in the world. And I'm paraphrasing, but yeah, he was. But it had been 3 days of listening to people come onto our panel and tell us that we were lying, that we were just lying. It was just a Chinese hoax or whatever the fuck people in America think at the moment, because our administration is bullshit. But he, at the end of this, he was like, look, you could suck a dick, I hate you, go fuck yourself. And it was as unprofessional as it was absolutely needed, because we had taken this shit for days and we had been very professional about it. Like I said, we listen and we try to refute it in an educational way, but it had been, like I said, 72 hours of this bullshit, and he had enough, and he was like, fuck you, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, you're not educated, eat a dick. And that's, obviously me, so that's kind of the area I lead in, but that's YouTube. He said it out in fucking public, and it was brilliant. So that was it. because climate change deniers can suck all the dicks in the world. They're the worst.
I have a story that I didn't see.
Go ahead.
And it was at the local market here. One of the security staff was pissed off with one of the stall holders. And he comes around and demands that the stall close and he disconnect his electricity from the market supply. And this is, we can't, that requires an electrician. Yes. No, you just cut it with the scissors. This is the live feed in.
Yeah.
Okay, and my friend steps in and goes, "You can't do that. He'll kill himself." And he turns around. Well, I was going to say he should put some tape on it.
What the hell?
I know. One, Jen.
I gotta come up with one, do I?
No, you don't have to. You can't.
I really can't think of the least professional thing I've seen. I'm sure I've seen shitloads of them, but I honestly cannot think of one.
It's probably one of those things that once this is over, you'll think of something immediately.
Oh yeah, I'll probably think of something I've done. I mean, the funniest thing we ever had happen was we back in the days of fax machines, and it probably wasn't very professional. The rest of us in the crew, the rest of us who worked at this place, but we installed this fax machine for this person, and I actually installed it. I installed it for her. But 12 months prior to this phone call, she phoned up the store to say her fax machine didn't work, and we're like, and Robbie, who worked with us, was the one who answered it, and yeah, we're listening, and he's going, "Okay, what's happening?" All right, so you put the paper in the fax machine. Now what? It's spitting the paper back out at you. Yes, it's meant to do that. No, it doesn't. Turn it into little bits that go down the phone line to the other people. And at this point, we lost it. We were all laughing so much, we had to leave the room so that she didn't hear us laughing over the phone.
Nerdy asks what a fax machine is.
It's the thing that makes its weird noise.
A modem.
Is that what it is?
It's
A modem attached to a scanner, basically.
Yes.
Do you guys remember the sound?
Yeah.
We had the,
I remember the sound that I got when I used to call
Okay,
the
so
fucking
most of
fax
us were
line of
older
companies
enough.
I was trying to get hold of.
I know me and Jen and Dave and Sal and Jeff. I don't know about you, Badger. I don't know how old you are, but we had to actually like fucking listen to that fucking bullshit when we were younger and like get on the internet. Oh my god, that was terrible.
I'm old enough to remember not having to worry about hearing it as well.
Well, yeah, no, I remember like not having internet, period. But my father works. He works in the tech industry. So literally, as soon as internet was available, and we live it in America, so as we got it literally before anybody else. But yeah, that fucking sound. Oh my god, I will never forget that sound.
No, it's very much embedded in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly because it's the reconnecting. After it's disconnected, and in the end we hear from the other room.
Exactly.
Right, intellectual.
You used to get so many really good cartoons on them.
Intellectual iconoclasm says a female major tried to get into the pants of I'm assuming he meant newly enlisted folks while on the drop zone. What's a drop zone?
Where they drop the soldiers behind enemy lines.
Mm-hmm.
I watch movies.
You watch movies. See, I don't think most people will remember an acoustic coupler.
I remember acoustic couplers. Well, you know I do because I was talking about them.
If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.